It's the night of August 22nd, 2023, and I wanted to talk about a subject that I keep seeing trending online about Rachel Zegler and Snow White. It's the live action Snow White movie that's going to be coming out next March 2024, and it stars Rachel Zegler as Snow White, and the evil queen is portrayed by Gal Gadot. And you've probably seen a lot of the clips by now. They've been on TikTok over and over, like all over the place, all over social media, blogs, whatever, with Rachel Zegler making remarks about how, this is not the 1937 Snow White anymore. She's not going to be saved by the prince, all that kind of stuff. And, she has a very confident way of delivering those remarks. Gal Gadot says similar stuff. And the movie's getting a whole lot of backlash, right? Obviously, because, the 1937 Snow White was a groundbreaking movie. And you just have to look up the, different, things about the making of the movie and what they had to go through to actually have it come to life and be released. And it was just like a groundbreaking achievement of animation. It's a classic movie. It's one of the biggest classics, if not the classic Disney movie, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right? So now this new movie's coming out. And I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't think I'm going to see it because, if it's not going to be what they said it was, Rachel Zegler said, she's not going to be saved by the prince or something like that, or maybe that's what Gal Gadot said. That's kind of the story of Snow White. And then apparently, from what I've seen, they aren't going to have the seven dwarves. Even with all the training that someone who's 22 could have to talk in front of cameras on the red carpet and, speaking coaches, PR people telling you what to say and what not to say. I don't really blame Rachel Zegler for what she's saying. And, I'm not going to buy into all the rumors about anything that she did in the past that maybe was questionable or whatever. Because I know this. When I was 22, I can't imagine the stupid things I would have said if I had a camera put in front of my face. Even if I had speaking coaches, even if I had lots of people tell me what I need to say and how I need to say it. I mean, I hate to put it this way, but it's me, so I'm allowed to say it. I was not very smart at the age of 22. I was pretty dumb. And I was still in college, about to graduate. But looking at where I am now, almost 2 decades later, and where I was then, back then I was just, not only was I incredibly immature, but there's no way that I could have been able to give interviews one after the other and not say something stupid. So I don't blame her for saying that. Gal Gadot is a little more, she's a little bit older. Maybe shouldn't have said the things she said, and she also did that. Gal Gadot did that video at the beginning of COVID. What was it? She sang Imagine, and then it went from celebrity to celebrity, and it was really cringy. So I'm probably not going to see the live action Snow White. But I will say this, because of the choices that were made, apparently the creative choices, it just seems very unappealing. I've only seen one movie in theaters in the last few years anyway, and that was Oppenheimer. And which I loved, by the way. It was amazing. And so I'm not going to see Snow White, but my point here is that I'm not going to judge Rachel Zegler based upon that. The way she said things it seemed very annoying, and like she was like, she's not going to be saved by the prince or whatever she said, and she made facial expressions, people were making fun of it and all that. Had I been in front of the camera at the age of 22, it would not have been a pretty sight. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm glad that social media and, YouTube and all that kind of stuff wasn't big when I was a teenager, when I was in college, around that time, because there would be a whole lot more embarrassing content that I had put out online had it been available. And I'm glad it wasn't. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'll watch the trailers for Snow White. Okay, I'll watch the trailers. And if it ever is available on Netflix, or I guess it'll be available on Disney Plus, I don't have that. If it's ever on and I get a chance to watch a little bit of it, just because it's on, not me going to a theater, I might check it out a little bit. But that's basically it. So thank you for watching. Hit the like button down below. And, I normally just cover scams and do New York history documentaries, but I figured every now and then if I have thoughts going around in my head, I should be able to talk about that sort of thing too. And I wanted to say that it was Milana Weintraub, who is the actor who plays Lily Lily Adams, on the AT&T commercials, who first brought up the idea that maybe we should be kind. And Rachel Zegler is really young. And if we were in her shoes, we probably wouldn't do any better. It's kind of what Milana Weintraub did and said in one of her, I think it was a TikTok video maybe. And that made me think. And, here I am a week later making this video. So thank you for watching.